Here's another cool little cab here at Funspot. It's Midway Space Encounters. Pretty basic marquee, and the side art's got some rather familiar looking things on there if you're a Star Wars fan. That looks a bit like a TIE fighter to me at least. And obviously that's also on the other side. And control panel, it's got all kinds of things on there, including a couple of things that look suspiciously like the Death Star. And buttons that aren't really buttons, that's just part of the artwork. And again, more stuff on the side there. You've got a big control stick, and the screen itself again has got a sort of control panel like surround with the game in the middle there, and as you can see from the game, it looks suspiciously like a certain trench run in a certain well-known science fiction movie. So I'm going to try and give it a go with my left hand. Well, those sound effects sound like they're from Space Invaders. Oh, I don't know what happened then. It's quite a cool little black and white game. There's some nice sound effects, as I say, from Space Invaders. The trench effect's quite cool as well. Oh, I think that's when I get killed. Probably playing better with my right hand. And this must be the thermal exhaust port coming up here. I don't really know what's going on now. I think I'm on my last life. I'm doing pretty well now. Oh no, the time's really up. I don't know what this means. I was thinking a lot. And that's game over. I got 870. Oh, plus a speed score. I got 1062. I don't know if that's good or not. But I think for a left-handed play for the very first time, it wasn't too bad. As requested by Chucky Egg on Jammer Plus, this is Stern's Rescue. Quite an obscure game. There's the marquee. Side art is just a guy with a parachute with the word rescue written in the parachute. Pretty reasonable stuff. And the control panel, this is a dual joystick game, so you've got movement and fire, and also the ability to drop a bomb with that there. Looks kind of like a helicopter cockpit control panel, a bit, I guess. And that's pretty much it. Not a very spectacular cabinet, but it's quite an original and unique game, so let's take a look at it. So the game is basically a cross between Robotron and Shoplifter. You've got a multi-directional firing helicopter, and you've got to rescue these little guys out of the water. Try not to get shot. Oh, they died quite easily. Oh, what happened there? I've crashed. Crashed in the water. Oh, yeah, you can kill them here. It's really quite a hard game. Rescued. There's another guy. Oh, chopped him up with the helicopter blades. I've got no idea what the bomb does, but I'll do one anyway in a minute. Okay, so now I've rescued the required number of people. I've got to then let them out on this island. And that is level completed. And now it just gets more difficult with the sharks trying to eat the people you're trying to rescue and various things. And when you press the bomb button with your thumb, it drops a bomb down to the bottom, but I don't know what it is you're trying to bomb because you can shoot the sharks directly. Oh, there's another one killed. Oh, there's another. I'm rubbish at this. Let's see if I can get the high score. I doubt it. Not long to go. Not one life left. Possibility. Oh, there goes the helicopter, and I think that's game over now. Rank private, which I guess is not very good. So now we're going to take a look at TX-1, which is an Atari game. And as you can see, it is a monstrous cabinet. Let's take a look at the artwork here. So you can see TX-1, racing cars and so on. looks to be some variant of pole position, and it works on this 3-screen monitor, kind of a full view, full vision kind of view. And we've got a gear shifter, the usual kind of stuff, steering wheel, cockpit style affair. You won't be fitting one of these in your games room. It's got a great speaker behind the head. The graphics are a bit mashed up on it though. Basically just pole position with bigger screens. The irony is the 2 screens on the left and right don't really show anything, except for a bit of scenery. It's very immersive though. There's like a readout there, the number of cars you passed. Oops. I don't think I'll be getting any further. Aww, nice explosion. Game over. Okay, so if you've played Tapper before, then you might be aware of the sequel, or at least a follow-up featuring the same character, which is called Timber. And a nice marquee on this one. As usual, a bit difficult to see the side art, maybe not so difficult on this side. Basically, it's got a bloke with an axe on, that's all you can really say. And the control panel is like a wood grain effect, and you've got 2 controls. One moves the guy around, and the other one's a chopper that just moves left and right. So the chopper moves left and right to chop down the trees, and that joystick moves around. It's kind of like Robotron, but with an axe instead of a gun. There's the screen, and we'll have a quick look around the screen surround there, the bezel, and it's also got some nice artwork on the front of the cabinet. So let's take a look at the game itself. Oh, no! So as you might expect with a game called Timber, the idea of the game is to chop down trees. You just direct your little man to the tree. You've got to be careful when the tree falls over, it falls on you and you lose a life. As you can see, our guy, it's Tapper guy, but he seems to have grown a slightly bigger moustache since Tapper. Oh yeah, you do fall over tree trunks as well. That does become more problematic later in the game when you've got things like bears and bees chasing you and birds, things like that. That's basically it. That was the first level completed. Congratulations player 1, you finished with time to spare and you got a bonus. So let's see if we can see some of the enemies. Here we go, there's a bear now at the side of the screen who throws honeycombs at our poor lumberjack fellow. There's also a bird in the tree there that pops out, and when you chop his tree down he gets a bit angry and starts flying around after you. So you can see you've got the bear and the bee causing Mr. Timber a little bit of trouble now. And I should have mentioned this can be played 2 players. There is a second set of controls. That could be quite hectic stuff. So there we go. That's Timber. Pretty cool game actually. I only played this for the first time in Barcade in New York, and definitely wanted to have another try of it here in Funspot.